O'Melveny's Momentum team partners with entrepreneurs and investors through every stage of a company's life cycle to create companies that are built to last. Here, our team members share their thoughts on some of the most critical issues facing companies as they grow.
One of the interesting sources of venture capital that we've seen in the last few years is corporate venture capital. That's really become a mainstay in the venture capital landscape. Some of the corporate venture capitalists are mandated and primarily focused on making a financial return for the company. But others have, in addition to making a financial return, an important corporate objective, which might be a strategic relationship, such as understanding a partnership, maybe having a distribution or supply arrangement, or maybe working with the portfolio company in a specific market.
There's a few mistakes that founders would make that could impair their abilities of getting financed. First of all, lack of focus on product. Oftentimes people are trying to solve a much bigger problem than they really have the capacity to be able to solve with the amount of money that they're looking for. In addition to that, I'd say with the prevalence of angel rounds and seed rounds, founders are often raising money from too many different sources on too many different types of terms. Third mistake that founders can make is not thinking through vesting arrangements with their co-founders. Everything is happy and everybody has the same view of things at the beginning, but if things go south, the founder leaves or something like that, the founders can have issues with having a dispute at that time or not having the right equity levels when investors come in.
Some of the best practices that a company can start with are very basic, looking at employment assignment agreements, looking at partnership agreements for the way that IP is defined and assigned under those agreements. These become important in either investments or later stage acquisitions of the company and really impact value.
You still need to pay attention to open source licensing and other licensing issues, but you need to work it into your business processes so that it happens quickly and efficiently enough. The best way to do that is to automate it, but in order to automate it, you have to know the rules you're playing by in the first place. So number one, set the right rules, and number two, automate the decision-making processes enough so that you can do what your engineers need you to do.
Founders and investors should ideally address the tension in making exit decisions at the inception of a relationship, in that a lot of thought needs to go in on the front end as to how the parties are going to dissolve the relationship, exit the company, or achieve a liquidity event, which is ideally in everyone's best interest, so that the parties are working together to achieve the best solution for the highest value for all stakeholders.
The company never needs to go public. It's a question about whether or not the company should go public. If you ask me a different question is, should a company think about what its liquidity options are? What are the ability for investors to sell? Well, that's always the case. And I think that's what people need to focus on. It may make sense to go public, or it may make sense to sell the company. But ultimately, if you're going to outside money and you're raising funds from them, they're going to ultimately want an exit. And that's the thing that you have to focus on, is what is the exit that makes the most sense for you and for your company.
如果被问到中国的资金有怎么样的改善了美国的这个成长型的企业，那我短暂的说，就是因为比较充沛高估值的资本，让美国的公司开始看到除了美国以外的市场，它可以有更充沛的机会扩展到世界各地，尤其是中国这个庞大的市场。
I think one of the most important things in going global is picking your partner. It's very hard to do it alone. You need a guide, you need someone that knows the market, has good relationships, and most importantly is trustworthy.
The Momentum team works together across practices and geographies to help tech startups, established companies, and their investors succeed. Whether you're a founder seeking seed financing, an emerging technology company facing an uncertain regulatory framework, or a large company planning technology M&A, We're committed to achieving your goals. Visit omm.com/momentum and let us help you find your momentum.